Hello YouTubers, today I'm here to talk to you guys about Gibbs free energy. So one thing about Gibbs free energy you guys should know right off the bat is the equation. Because even if you don't know what each of them stand for, you should know it, so you know how to do it. So the equation is G equals H minus TS. So the G is the change in Gibbs free energy. The S is the change in entropy, or the disorder of a system. The H is a change in the entropy, the total energy of the system. And T is the absolute temperature, which has to be in Kelvin. So those of you who don't know how to convert Kelvin or Celsius to Kelvin, or Fahrenheit to Celsius and then to Kelvin, I showed you guys in the examples, but I'll write it down on the side just so you guys can know the equation. So to convert Celsius to Kelvin is Celsius plus 273 and to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius in order to get Celsius to Kelvin is this. Times 5/9. Okay, so for example 1, the question says the reaction occurs at 68 Fahrenheit. The change in heat is 19,070 CAL, and the change in entropy is 90 Cal/K. So right here is another example. I showed you guys right here how to convert the 68 Fahrenheit to Kelvin. And there's no formula to go directly from Fahrenheit to Kelvin, so you have to take the long way and go from Fahrenheit to Celsius, and you get 20 degrees Celsius. And then you have to convert 20 degrees Celsius to Kelvin by adding 273, and you get Kelvin equals 298. 273. So 273. I apologize about that. So when you convert it, so it's 273 plus 20 to get Kelvin for this equation. So Kelvin equals 293. So I rewrote the equation for you guys. G equals H minus TS. And then I plugged in the numbers for you guys because in the equation they gave us everything we needed. So we need to know H. They gave it to us right here. We figured out the Kelvin from this equation, and they gave us S right there. So all we have to do now is calculate the math. So in order to make this really simple, you guys can just type into your calculator. You don't have to have a scientific calculator or anything. You can have a simple calculator, a simple math calculator. You can use your phone even, and you type in the whole equation just as it is, and it'll spit out the answer. So your answer would be -7300. So you can just put that there. And then they normally want it to the nearest decimal. So you can change it to -7.3 CAL-K. That's for the first equation. And then the second one starts off with saying the reaction occurs at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The change in heat is 4,103 Cal, and the change in entropy is 2.4 cal dash K. So I didn't do the whole math out to figure out how much to convert Fahrenheit to Kelvin, because the number of degree is the exact same as the first equation. So we know it's going to be 293. But I did take the liberty to plug in the numbers for you guys to make it a little bit easier. So you know what H is. All you have to do is write it in the equation. You know what T is 293 from the last equation. So you can just plug it in. You know S is 2.4, so you can just plug it in. And just like the last equation, you can just type the whole number into your calculator. Unless you really just want to do out the math step by step. But I'll actually show you guys if you guys do want to do the math out step by step. So this one, because you're not multiplying the 4,103 by anything at this moment, you can just bring it to the second part of the equation. But here, you have to first multiply 293. So right here, you see 293 times 2.4 to get 703.2. And then you have to multiply the negative sign or distribute, however you want to say it. And that'll be negative 703.2. You can just bring down the H. And if you subtract it, I can't do that in my head, so I have to use my calculator. It'll just be 3,399.8. So like I said, they normally want in the nearest decimal. So for this equation, you just do round it. You can round it to that 3, because you'll see if you round it, it'll be 4. So you can round it to 3.4. And then cal K would be the unit number. And that is how you do Gibbs free energy.